Hi everyone, my name's Julia. Welcome to my yoga channel. Today I'd like to guide you through a session which is designed to build strength and flexibility. So have something comfortable on. Do take your time with this class. If you're not familiar with yoga, take it very easy. Listen to your body, take breaks whenever you feel you need to, and stop if anything feels like it's too much. Just build up gently to this class. So let's start sitting with a nice straight spine. Have your eyes gently closed. Take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just relaxing into your body, letting this be your time, letting all other thoughts go. And slowly open your eyes. Now take your left hand out to the side, bring the right arm to the ceiling, stretch it long and pull back, looking up past your fingertips to the ceiling, and breathe. And then turn your head down so you get a nice neck stretch, looking down at the hand on the floor. And release, and then the other side. So taking your right arm out, bring the left hand to the ceiling again, stretch it long, pressing that left hip into the mat, looking up at the top fingers, breathing deeply. And keep stretching up, but turn your head to look down at your right hand. Breathe. And bring yourself up. Come over now onto your hands and knees with your hands underneath your shoulders. Tummy held in nice and tightly. Press the hands into the mat so the arms are straight. And then hollow the spine. Look up like a wolf howling at the moon. And as you exhale, come to a cat curl. Tuck your belly button in. Chin tucks under. Flowing into the wolf again as you look up. And exhaling into the cat. Again, flowing into the wolf, look up, and coming back into the cat, and come to neutral. Now bring your right foot behind you, and swivel around, bring the right arm up to the ceiling, pushing up with the waist, pressing the hips forwards, and if you can, take the lower leg off the mat as well, so one leg is stacked on the other. And from here you have the option of also lifting that top leg up into a balance. So whichever pose works for you, hold it. And then ease yourself back around into a plank pose. Hold it here. Now you don't want your hips up in the air here. Have the body in a nice straight line. We'll do the other side. So take your right knee down, swivel around, bringing the left arm up to the ceiling this time, push into the mat, lift your waist, and then if you can, take the other leg up. So you've got one leg on the other, lifting the waist nice and high, and then as an option, you can take that top leg up as well. And ease it down with control, come back into plank and hold it here. And then bring your knees down, come to child's pose. So take the hips back, let your head rest down, stretch your arms out in front. Take a couple of breaths, releasing into the pose. And then look up, slide your hands forwards, see if you can dip your chest down. Maybe your forehead can come to the mat, maybe your chin can even come to the mat. Opening up the shoulders and the chest. And ease yourself up very slowly from this pose. Now come down now onto your elbows. Clasp your fingers together, tuck your toes under and press up. It's like a downward facing dog, but on our elbows. This is a dolphin pose. So push back into your hips and then bring yourself forward over, right over your hands. So your chin is right over the front of your fingers. And then take it back again, holding it here. And bring it forwards and hold. Again, take it back, nice and slowly, hold it here. And bring it forwards, again, hold. And take it back, we're going to ease it into downward facing dog. So come on one hand and the other, walk your hands back a little, or your feet forwards a little, press into the pose, let your head relax down. From here, take your left leg up in the air for a three-legged dog, stretching it up as high as it'll go, opening up the hip, and then step the foot forward between your hands. If it doesn't come all the way, wriggle the foot forward a little bit, come into a deep lunge. Bring the back foot flat, back leg is strong, come up into warrior one pose, arms reach overhead, palms touch, sink into that front leg, back leg is straight. And then arms come out, and either side of your front foot, come into a lunge, come on your back toes, stretch yourself forwards. And then step back into a plank, hold it, and then come down very slowly, bring the elbows close to your body, lower yourself an inch off the mat if you can, all the way down if you can't make it. Come into up dog, the knees stay off the ground if you can keep them that way, and then roll back into downward facing dog, pressing into the pose. Now we're going to do a scoop and come back into upward facing dog again. So imagine you're coming under a tunnel. You bend your elbows, bring your head down, don't touch your chest as you come forward. Scoop as low as you can, or press around, knees don't touch the ground, look up, and take yourself back into downward facing dog, and we'll do that scoop again. So bend the elbows, come close to the mat, scoop around onto the tops of your feet, and back into downward facing dog. Walk the feet in slightly, press into the pose, holding it here. And then we're going to do the other side. So take your right leg up, nice and high, open the hips, stretch the leg long, and hold it. And then look forward and step that foot up between your hands. Bring the back foot flat. Again, grab that foot, bring it forward if you have to. Front knee stays bent, back leg strong. Bring yourself up. Warrior one. Sinking into the legs. From the belly button to your fingertips, you stretch up. Pull these arms back a bit and the gaze is up towards the ceiling. And then come back down. Hands either side of your front foot. Come on the back toes and lunge. Stretching yourself forwards. Step back into plank, hold it, and again lower with control. Come into up dog, knees don't touch the ground if possible, back into downward facing dog. Walk the feet in slightly, press into the pose. And we're going to scoop again. So come on your toes, scoop down, chest close to the mat. Come all the way up onto the tops of your feet. And take it back into downward facing dog. So holding that downward facing dog. Breathe. And I'm going to do that scoop 2 more times. So come forwards, bringing the chest down close to the mat. Scoop up on the top of the feet, look up. And back to downward facing dog. And one more time. Bend the elbows. Come as close as you can to the mat. Scoop up. Hold. And again. Back into downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a little bit closer to your hands. And press into the pose. And breathe. So from here we're going to come forwards. You can step, walk or jump. Your option. Look forwards. If you're going to jump, bring the knees out like a frog and leap up with control. Look up here, lifting through the waist. Your hands can be on the front of your shins if they don't get to the floor with your legs straight. And the next exhale, fold forwards. Now grab hold of your big toes if you can get them, or else onto your legs. Look up for a moment, legs are straight, stretch out your back, inhale, and as you exhale, elbows come out to the sides, bring your head down towards your feet. So if you can't grab your feet, hold onto your legs, wherever you get to. Head is relaxed, stretching out the back. And then look up for a moment. Either do that again, or if you can, see if you can bring your hands underneath your feet. This stretches out the calf muscles a little more. So again, you look up, lengthen, inhale, and exhale. Bring yourself again to that forward fold, and hold, and breathe. And then coming up, release your hands, bring them onto your waist, and come up with a flat back. And step yourself back towards the middle of the mat. Okay, from here, if you bring your left leg up, hug the knee in, and now either stay here or if you can, see if you can grab hold of your big toe, stand up tall and stretch that leg out as straight as you can get it out in front of you. And hold. And then keeping it up as high as you can, hold it here. And take it back very slowly. Don't touch the floor with your feet. Come to a flat back, arms out to the sides. And then bring your arms out in front for warrior 3 pose. And then from here, and then swap hands. So your right hand comes down, left hand to the ceiling. And then come to aeroplane. Bend the leg you're standing on, step back and come up into crescent pose, sinking into that front leg. Hands come down and then hook your elbow on the outside of the knee for prayer twist. If this is too much, bring the back knee down, otherwise keep that back leg nice and straight. Pressing into the twist, back leg strong, and breathe. And then come to lunge, stretch forwards, bring your back knee down and bring this front foot forward a little bit at a bit of an angle. Bring your hands down inside the knee, grab the back of the ankle with your right hand and lower yourself down. Maybe you can get your left elbow on the mat or wherever you can get to, lower yourself, head towards the mat, stretching it out, lizard pose this is. And hold and breathe. And then press yourself up gently. Take that front leg as straight as you can get it, pulling back with your hips. And then coming forward, bend this leg. So you want to bring the knee down. Ease your left leg back so your hips are parallel with the mat here. Stretch yourself forwards and up. Inhale, and as you exhale, ease yourself down, one elbow at a time onto the mat, and let your head rest down. This is a really good hip stretch. If it bothers your knee, don't come down so far. Ease yourself up from this pose. Now you want to reach behind with your left hand. See if you can grab your foot and pull it in gently. You can skip this if it bothers your knee. There's a very intense stretch on the left quadriceps. And then gently release. Ease yourself into a plank pose. Hold it here nice and steady. And then lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Bring the hands behind you and lift up with the head and chest. And then take your legs up as high as they'll go. And then bring your arms to the sides. And out in front like Superman flying. Back to the sides. And then clasp them behind your back and lift up really high. Pull. And release. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into child's pose, letting your head rest down. And then ease yourself forwards. Again, come down onto your tummy. Have your legs a little bit apart and bend your knees. Now see if you reach behind, see if you can grab hold of your feet with your hands. And then lift your head and chest and send those feet up towards the ceiling as high as they'll go. And ease yourself out. Press back into child's pose again. Let your head rest down. And then you come up slowly into downward facing dog. Walk your feet in towards your hands, just a little bit out in the middle of the mat, and let yourself roll all the way back up to standing. Once you're at standing, reach up overhead, inhale, palms touch, and exhale down. Hands onto your waist, and we'll do the other side. So if you bring up your right leg this time, hug the knee, or if you can, grab hold of the big toe, stand up nice and tall, and then send that heel out, straighten the leg, lift it as much as you can. If it doesn't go straight, that's fine. And hold it here. And then take that leg back very slowly. Don't touch the ground. Ease into that forward fold, flat back, back leg lifted nice and high. And bring your arms out in front. 3 pose. Bring your right hand down and left hand up. And then rotate. Left hand comes down. See how my hips also rotate around. Take the right hand to the ceiling. Half moon pose. And then eyes down. Come back to aeroplane. Bend the leg you're standing on. Come on the back toes and come up into crescent pose. Sink into it. Hands come down to prayer. And then for prayer, twist. Hook your elbow on the outside of your left knee. Press and look around up to the ceiling. Back leg is straight. You're on your toes here, working on balance. And then look back down at the front foot. Bring your hands either side, a little bit ahead of the front foot. Bring that back knee down. And then take this leg a little bit out, a little bit at an angle. Bend into it. And we're going to ease into lizard pose. So bring your left hand, grab the back of the ankle, and come down as far as you can. Maybe your hand, maybe your elbow can get onto the floor. Wherever works for you. Listen to your body. And breathe. And then ease up from that. Lifting the toes to the ceiling, pull back, so you get a lovely stretch all the way up the back of this leg here. I'm going to come into pigeon pose. So bring this leg around a little bit of an angle. Keep the hips parallel to the mat. Slide the leg back a little bit behind you. And then ease yourself down. So come down one elbow at a time, gently, and let your head relax down and breathe. Pigeon pose, stretching out the hips, stretching out the piriformis muscle. Ease yourself up now. Have your left hand in front of you for balance. Bend the leg behind you. This is optional. You can skip this one if you want. If you can, reach back, grab the foot, gently bring it in towards you. King pigeon, or sometimes it's called screaming pigeon. And gently release that. Again, come onto hands and knees. Ease yourself down onto your tummy. Let your hands come in front of you and your head rest on one side. Take a couple of breaths. And then turn your head the other way. Take a couple of breaths again. From here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up against your cobra. Shoulders are back and down. Lift up through the chin. Look behind you one way, towards your feet, and around the other way. And then coming up onto hands and knees, walk your knees a little closer towards you, round the spine into a cat-cow, and just press into any area that might feel tight on the back. And we're going to go into boat. So cross your ankles here and push yourself slowly back. So you're sitting, arms out in front, and bring the legs up as high as you can get them, as straight as you can get them. And hold it here. Navasana, the boat pose. Working on strength, working on balance. And then ease yourself down. Come to sitting, sitting up nice and straight with the hips rolled forwards. Stretch the body up. Inhale here, lifting the chest, and then stretch the chest forward. Grab hold of your legs or your feet or your toes, pulling long, and then let your head just round down over your legs. You can hold around your feet if you want to, if that works for you. You could be holding onto your shins. Just listen to your body. Wherever you get to, your flexibility will build slowly in increments. And then ease yourself up from this pose. Very slowly take your right knee and bring the foot over the top of the other leg. Sit up nice and tall, straight spine, other hand behind you. Now bring your left hand or your elbow onto the knee. You might want to hold it this way, whatever works for you. Sit up tall and press into a twist, looking back. So you're really wringing out the spine, pushing against this knee with your hand or your arm as you look back. Vrichyasana pose. And then release that. We'll do the other side. So your left leg comes over this time. Sit up nice and tall. Again, your hand, your elbow this way or your elbow this way, whatever works for you. Your left hand behind this time. Sit up tall, inhale, exhale, twist, and look back. Lengthening up the spine, even as you're twisting. Breathe. Look forwards and release that. Well done. And then if you come face the front, have your feet together now. Sit up tall and press the knees out towards the mat. Don't bounce them up and down because you might injure the tendons that way, but just gently pressing them out to the sides. Lengthen up and then bring yourself forward. Stretch out the spine and just let your head round down and relax into the pose. And breathe. And ease yourself up from that. Take the legs out, not too far, and roll the hips forward again. Turn to face one leg. Inhale, stretch up the chest, lengthening. Exhale, come forwards. Walk your hands forward. Grab your leg, your ankle, your foot. Stretching out long. And as you exhale, let your head round down wherever you get to. So legs are straight. You don't come down so far. That's totally fine. Just again, listen. Always listen to your body. Breathe into it. And easing up. Turn to face the other leg. So stretch up, inhaling. Exhale, walk yourself forward again. Grab the leg or grab the foot. Stretch out as far as you can before you let your head round down. Legs stay straight. And ease yourself up. So stretch yourself up here and walk yourself out as far as you feel comfortable. And then ease yourself up, walk yourself up slowly, and we're going to come over onto our back. So let yourself round down onto the mat, hug your knees in, and let yourself rock very gently, side to side. And then bring your feet onto the mat, tuck the tailbone under, and push the hips up as high as you can get them for bridge pose. If you can, clasp the hands underneath you, wriggle your shoulder blades underneath, pushing up as high as you can. And then take your hands behind your head, hold on to your elbows, and slowly lower your spine down, one vertebra at a time, starting from your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back. And then bring the knees in again, hug them in and rock side to side. And release that. Now we're going to go into a shoulder stand or a half shoulder stand. You can also skip this pose if you like. So half shoulder stand, you would rock yourself up and just hold on to the hips and stay here. If you find that's easy or to take it further, you might try straightening your legs out towards the ceiling. You'll walk your hands towards the shoulders, straighten up as much as you can, hold it here and breathe. Now all your weight should be on the shoulders, that's why it's a shoulder stand. It's not supposed to be with all the weight on your neck or your head. So if necessary, shift the weight back a little bit so it's on your shoulders, a bit on your arms. Come down anytime you want to, otherwise stay up here. If you want to take it further now, take the legs behind you as far as they'll go. Perhaps they'll touch the floor. Now if they touch the floor, try clasping your hands behind your back, wriggle the shoulder blades under, press those clasped hands down. You see how I've shifted my weight so it's really on the shoulders and not on my neck here. This is the plow pose. Bring the hands onto the floor and roll yourself out very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Pressing the hands into the mat. On the way down, once your back is flat, grab hold of the left knee and let that right leg go all the way down to the floor, hugging that knee into the chest. And we're going to go into our final pose, which is a spinal twist, which would feel really lovely after this class. So if you bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee, gently press that knee over to your right and look out towards your left hand, which is at shoulder level. Just breathe into it. Lovely lower back stretch. And then come back onto your back, hug that knee in again. And bring the other leg up. And straighten your left leg out along the floor. So hugging your right knee in. And then from here, bring your left hand on the outside of that knee. Your right hand goes out at shoulder level this time. And press the knee over to the left as you look out towards your right hand for that lovely spinal twist. Breathe into it, nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then ease back onto your back. Hug that knee into your chest again and bring the other one up. And let yourself rock very gently side to side. And take the knees away from you a little bit. So you feel lovely pressure on the lower back, like a little massage. And bring the knees in closer towards you. And then we're going to go into our relaxation, the most important pose of all, especially if you've been working hard. So stretch your legs out and have your arms a comfortable distance from your body. Just rock your head side to side a couple of times. And then let all your muscles go, even your tummy. Everything relaxes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then let the breathing relax as the whole body melts into the floor. Eyes are very gently closed. Feel as if a wave of relaxation was moving from the head and flowing down through the body, through the arms and hands, through the chest and the abdominal area, down through your hips and legs, and out through your feet, just carrying away any tensions and leaving you feeling totally relaxed. And just stay here for a few moments until you're ready to bring yourself back up slowly into the world. I hope you've enjoyed this class.